Hello, welcome back to a new video. Welcome back to Too Tall to Drive. If you're not already, do subscribe, click like, all the other bits and bobs, and also put your comments in the comment box below on what I'm talking about in this video, because there's a lot to discuss. So, let me jump into it very quickly. Give you a bit of a summary. Car needs a service. It's on 49,330 miles. It's a 7-year-old car, therefore it goes in for its 112,000 mile service, which is 84 months, so 7 years after purchase, or 7 years after the build date. What was it? I highlighted 3 issues to them that I wanted to get looked at. Those 3 issues are, or were, I suppose, it's past tense, we've had the warranty, here's a bit of paper. The 3 issues were the window seemed a bit loose. When you shut the door, it was making a kind of it wasn't quite connecting. So I wanted them to have a look at that. The valve on the exhaust has started not playing up. I press it, there's no change in tone, so I'm starting to think that that isn't working well. And then the other issue is the air vents are sometimes getting stuck when they rise or not falling or whatever, so I think it just needs a new motor. So I basically said to them, these are the things that I'd like to have looked at. On top of that, obviously, just a normal service. So, let me jump into exactly what happened. Well, I got a bill, and I don't think it's too bad. Normal service, ignoring the problems for first, where they... oil and oil filter changed. I guess that's it. Oh, and they look at other things as well, right? So, carry out vehicle inspection, checks, renew engine oil and filter, carry out road test as documented. I guess they drove the car. I don't mind that. It's a Jaguar dealership. I trust them. If fault lamps are illuminated, interrogate the system using the JLR-approved diagnostics equipment and report findings, which they did. Check for any applicable outstanding service actions or recalls, which they did. Report any unusual features of the vehicle, which they did. There wasn't any. Reset service indicator, which they did. And endorse service record, which they did. So now I have a full service record of my car, all with Jaguar dealerships. If you're interested in buying it, that's a good thing to have. And it's signed by the guy who did the tyres. Oh, they also did the tyre pressures, which are fine. So everything was okay. So the total cost for the service was, and bearing in mind this is a minor service, not a major, was £283.79, including tax. So I don't think that's that bad. I recently got my Golf serviced with a third party. Maybe I got ripped off. I don't know. It was £550. Did include 2 new tyres, but they were like blade tyres or something. I was a little bit, not pissed off, but basically I turned up with a bill and they never called me about anything they were doing. Let me know, just relevantly. If you had booked a car in for a service and then you come to collect it and they haven't told you anything at all and suddenly you get a bill for 550 quid, are you a bit frustrated? I felt a bit frustrated. I did tell them, I was like, look, if you're doing work on the car, just tell me what you're doing first. I'm probably going to be like, yeah, that's fine. But to turn up to already have the bill, I was just like, huh. And also they put weird tyres on. Like personally, as we all know, tyres connect you to the road. They're the most important part. So I don't mind spending a bit more money on the tyres, whether that be Michelin, Pirellis or whatever. And they just whacked any old tyre on, which was a bit annoying. I wasn't sure if they thought I just wouldn't check or what. Anyway, I paid it. Maybe that was the muggy thing to do. I should have asked them to revert it. But they're the local guys to us. I trust them. I've got no reason not to. But yeah, I was a little bit frustrated. Anyway, back to the Jag. So that was 283, but the problems, well, this is where it didn't quite go to plan, if I'm honest. So, as we said, window issue, they addressed that. They compared it to another F-Type, said it was the same, therefore it's just character. As we always say, Jaguar has character, and that sometimes means that what you would think shouldn't happen, sometimes does, is just the way of the car. If you're buying an F-Type, that's just what you get. So I was like, okay, fine. Maybe I was just noticing it more, whatever. So that's fine. We put that to one side. Now, the exhaust valve, they tested and they agreed there is a problem. So they need to replace the valve, I think. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, that needs to be sorted. The parts weren't in stock, so they need the car back to replace that at some other point. Fine, not a problem. There's no cost to me. That's covered under my warranty. I have the approved used warranty, so I pay... I think it's about £1,000 a year, maybe a little bit more, and I get breakdown cover as well. But that basically means that I don't have to pay for those costs. I'd be interested to see the cost if I was going to pay, and that's probably how I can tell if whether or not it's worth it. But yeah, anyway, that's covered under warranty. The air vents are also covered under warranty if they can visually see the problem when the car's with them. So I have a video, a photo, and they told me that when they plug the diagnostics in, it comes up with an error saying air vent issue, but they can't replace it because the problem didn't happen when they had the car, despite all this evidence. Under warranty, anyway. They can replace it and charge me, they just won't put it under warranty. Well, I pay a lot of money for the warranty. I also pay a lot of money for the car. I'm always good to chat. Like, why is it so difficult to just do it? Like, there's proof everywhere. Like, what are you looking for? You know? Lots of kids believe in Santa and they've never seen that. Just fix the car. So anyway, the plan is they need to replace the car, replace the valve anyway. So I'm going to give them the car back. They're going to hold it overnight, which I'll be honest, it's not going to cause the problem. You need it for like 5-6 days for it to happen. It's not going to happen if you just have it for 5 seconds. But anyway, they're going to keep the car. I have said this to them. I'm hoping they're going to keep it for a bit longer. I'm going to get a car in exchange, which I'll probably do a video on. I won't lie. It's quite fun. I am thinking of potentially, as we've talked about a lot, replacing cars and all the rest of it. So I could replace the Golf and get something as a daily, which is kind of what this car would be. Or I could replace the Jag and the Golf and get a middle car. But I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I think realistically it will be replacing the Golf and this would be the daily. So they're going to give me this car, which I will reveal at some point if they allow me to have it. Hopefully they'll give it to me for the long weekend. They'll keep the Jag, replace the exhaust valve. Hopefully the air vent will do the thing where it stops and gets stuck. And then it'll be replaced, covered under warranty, no cost to me. I want to find out the costs of both those two things, so the valve and the air vents under warranty, like what that would be if it wasn't under warranty, and then I can tell you whether or not me paying £1,100 a year for this extended warranty is worth it. Now there's two sides to the extended warranty. The first is, for me it gives me peace of mind, right? The F-Type in generally, I spoke to a guy once who bought an F-Type and like 2 months after buying it, the engine went kaput and it cost him £13,000 for a new engine. I was like, that's a scary number. Not one that I want to experience. So warranty for me works well. The other thing is, if I ever come to sell the car, I feel like I'd be in a strong position in terms of saying to someone, look, the car is good, do not panic. It's got a full service history and it's still got warranty and I can transfer that into your name. So if you bought the car and something you thought, that's not right, and you took it to Jag, they'll fix it, all the rest of it, and you'll have no worries. So those are the reasons that I've kept the warranty, but we'll see if it's actually financially makes sense on the basis that the problems I'm having, whether or not that covers it in the year. Other than that, it was pretty good. I've been taking my car to the same dealership for a while now. They know the car. I actually got it recently, bought it in to see if they'd buy it off me, basically, seeing how much they'd give me for it. I can't remember the exact quote. I want to say it was $23,500 was what they'll buy the car for. But even the guy who was looking at the car said it was probably one of the best examples he'd seen. So that's quite nice to know. Otherwise, that's it. So it cost me £283. It needs to be rebooked in to get the two stuff replaced of the parts. They're going to test the air vent, give me a car for hopefully longer than a day, because it's not going to happen in a day. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So if you're interested in buying an F-Type, I don't think the services are that bad. Personally, everyone always says, if you're buying a £60,000, £70,000 car, you're going to have the services that are going to cost the same. £283 for a minor. I think a major is $440 with no extra parts on top. But yeah, gives you a bit of an idea. I've tried to whiz through that video because I know sometimes this isn't the most exciting video in the world, but if you're buying an F-Type, I'm sure this is relevant to you and you're interested. If you're not already, do click subscribe. Do give us a comment. Let me know what you think. Is £283 fair? Is it fair that they're not replacing the air vents without seeing it, despite video, photo, and a diagnostics kit telling them there's an error? Let me know. Is it just me being frustrated? And also, if you bring a car to a dealership and they do a repair on it without you being told, is that also a bit naughty? I don't know. Let me know anyway. I'll be really interested to find out what you think. And there'll be more videos coming soon. Thanks very much. Bye.